What exactly is Guillain-Barré syndrome, aka GBS? Hello everyone, namaskar and welcome once again. So today we will be discussing about certain incidents happened in India, and also we are going to focus on the recent outbreak throughout the world, especially in India, which is known as GBS, aka Guillain-Barré syndrome. Let's go. The Mahakumbh 2025. So it was a really nice event which happens every 10 years, and many Hindus come throughout the world, even other people come. Some are saying that there is a lot of like crowd. Obviously it is true. And also recently stampedes happened and 30 people died there. Actress Hema Malini said that, who is the MP in Mathura, she said that it is not too big, and like this I think is problematic. And some are saying about the litter and all, but I think that there is a better system, waste management system, as compared to other places. And I think that it was a really good event. But like regarding the traveling thing and the stampedes issue, I think it should have been better management. You can see that how VIPs are treated differently from other people. Biharis like broke the train parts and threw water, broke the windows, and this is really problematic. A girl named Mona Lisa Bosle who sells flowers got viral, but later they started like chasing her like obsessive fans, and I think this is really problematic. It's one thing to take pictures with her, and it's another thing to force her or to disturb her when she's walking. And I think that we need strong disciplinary laws.
పాపం మోనాలిసా సెలబ్రిటీ కాకముందు ఎంత మంచిగా ఉండేనో సెలబ్రిటీ అయిన తర్వాత
Western people and other people see this and then they insult us. So I think that Indians should have better civic sense. Also, about the recent Ranveer Allahabadiya controversy, who is the host of a very famous podcast, TRS Clips. He's even way more famous than Dhruv Rathi. Like recently, he was invited to a show named India's Got Latent by, who is hosted by Samir Rena, who does jokes. And recently, like, he's speaking any illicit jokes, explicit jokes against women and on the molestation things and all, which I think is really insensitive. So yes, Ranveer made a joke that, would you rather see your parents having sex though or whatever the else, and this sparked a huge outrage.
Other, watch your parents have sex every day for the rest of your life, or would you join in once and stop it forever?
I think that this is wrong. Obviously, that action is natural, but they are our parents, and saying, "Oh, we will see," that is really pornographic. And it also is a disrespect to your parents, especially in our Indian culture where parents are revered and even worshipped. This is wrong. Indian culture is not like Western culture, and even some things which are normal in Western culture are not correct. We should not disrespect our parents. And Ranveer an influencer. He's not a chapri influencer. He's a motivational influencer. Samay Rena deleted all his videos, and I think this is really extreme. We should set our priorities right and be really mindful with how you present yourself in social media, especially if you're a big influencer. Lakhs and crores of people take an example of you. Even I sometimes feel to post whatever I want, but just because I can does not mean I should. And his past controversial clips are coming. See, if he wants to live a particular way, let him live. It's his personal choice, and nobody is perfect. You should stop canceling unnecessarily people out. And after seeing this, see, what he said was not a crime, because he did not hurt anyone's sentiments. He just disrespected his parents. And some are saying that he should be jailed for life. See, the punishment for jail is really serious. And for such a thing, I don't think that should happen. Of course, there are certain laws if someone hurts some religious sentiments or any sentiments. But what Ranveer did not do that. And on the other hand, in the Chhattisgarh High Court, the High Court judge told that marital rape is not rape when, like, once that incident happened, which I think is really problematic. The one who does that rape should be punished legally, not Ranveer. And that's why I think that the Indian judicial system is really crack. Kim Saron died at the ripe age of 24 years old, and I really feel bad for her. K-pop industry is really toxic. It has a lot of toxic standards, beauty standards, and they eat really less, especially during the MVs when energy is really crucial. They dance for about 9 to 12 hours, and they are like not only subjected to physical pressure but also mental pressure to fit into the standard, to fit into that beauty type and their voice and all those things. See, every industry is toxic, but the Korean is comparatively more. And also, like, they face depression, anxiety, body image issues. Many idols like Subin etc died because of this, and I hope that Korean industry, entertainment industry, should be better and comparatively liberal. We will also talk about Trump government cutting the US aid, that is US aid which is supplied to foreign countries. Now, it is not in and itself wrong to fund for foreign countries if we prefer and give precedence to our own country. And the reason is that they started giving, you said, DEI programs in Serbia, in Pakistan, in Sudan, in many third world countries where this LGBTQ activism and this women's rights thing is illegal and you could face death penalty also. I do agree that it is morally wrong to promote that ideology. They should be focusing on giving true aid to create developments, infrastructure, giving them food, water, shelter, not because they are diverse, but because they actually need it. So we should teach them to respect others or give knowledge without approving the sinful ideologies. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji visited the White House, and yes, I do hope that Indian American relationships will strengthen and India will be great. Let's strive to make India great again. And we can learn a lot from the US, they can also learn from India. As you know, I'm a podcaster and I really need good quality makeup. Whenever I search for lipsticks, I don't get the solid desired shade or the good quality. That is why I highly recommend Maybelline's creamy matte lipsticks. This is in the shade 676 and it is really moisturizing, affordable, of the best quality. You try these lipsticks, you'll look more attractive and it will enhance your appearance. Recently in Pune, there was an outbreak of GBS, that is Guillain-Barré syndrome, and now many people are talking about that. Some are saying that it is worse than COVID. Now it was originated in China. Now even COVID was originated in Wuhan, China, probably because of their wrong food choices. And sadly, there is no option for them because the population is more. And also for the war and political reasons, they do that, which I think is wrong. But we will now look at the disorder. So GBS, that is Guillain-Barré syndrome, is a rare neurological. It is acute, that is, it immediately comes and goes, where the body's immune system mistakenly attacks peripheral nerves. And its origins, obviously, some say China, some say from other parts of the world. It has reached the US and Philippines and China, Korea, etc. And GBS follows a respiratory or gastrointestinal infection. The triggers, the pathogens associated with it are Campylobacter jejuni, influenza, Epstein-Barr virus, through the name is derived from that, I think, COVID-19. Some also say that vaccines and surgeries cause that. Now, regarding vaccines, I'm not completely against vaccines, but if you are allergic to a vaccine or a health issue can cause, then I think you should not take that vaccine. And that it should not be a mandate for most of the careers that they should be vaccinated. Now, obviously, for certain medical careers or certain crucial careers, I think that is essential. But other than that, I don't think. Now, I'm vaccinated. I don't think that is problematic or sinful in any way. And also, I did not take the MMR, that is measles, mumps, rubella vaccine because of my allergy. Some said due to uncooked food, uncooked meat, etc. Because there are a lot of pathogens and bad bacteria. The symptoms are weakness and tingling in legs, spreads to upper body. So initially, like in your hands, you can face a tingling sensation, or in your legs, and then slowly it reaches to your upper body within 2 to 4 weeks or even days or months. Paralysis, difficult breathing, changes in heart rate or blood pressure. It could be high, low, whatever, and aching or cramping, especially at night. So when you face these symptoms, as early as possible, consult to your doctor. Indications, like, we can go to a clinical examination, we can check reflexes, that is the patterns and the heartbeats and all those things. I'm not a medical student, so I don't know a lot about that. And muscle strength. Second is nerve conduction studies and electromyography, like through Through the race, you can check it, the nerve condition. Lumbar puncture shows elevated protein levels in cerebrospinal fluid. Now, there is the spinal cord on your back, and there is the fluid, which is really, really crucial for the nervous system to work. And if there is a lot of protein, then it is an indication. So, if you face that, limit the amount of protein. The remedies are no cure. Like, unfortunately, it's a relatively new disorder, and now they are finding the cure, the vaccine, and whatever. Treatment can reduce severity and speed up recovery. It is fatal. Now, some people recover, but some people die. Around the Republic Day, that is around the last week of January, around 37 people in Pune died because of this disorder. And also, my mother's friend's relative passed away because of the Guillain-Barré syndrome, who is a pure vegetarian. And you should be really careful on what you eat, not only in this period but also every time. Plasma exchange, plasmapheresis, it removes antibodies attacking the nerves. Intravenous immunoglobulin blocks harmful antibodies. Like, antibodies are the ones who resist the disease. When you vaccinate yourself, you get that too. Ventilator support, if you face them, yes, it could be a life support for you temporarily. Now, in the Indian scenario, I said it is rare but present in India. It is growing in South India. Now, where meat consumption is more, obviously that will happen, because in the meat industry, you can see in many parts of the world, they are not only cruelly treated but given unhygienic food. Even in Delhi's biggest meat market, you can see how they are fed poop and rotten fodder, and they eat garbage and all, which I think is really wrong. We need regenerative farming. And outside, you can see that foods, even vegetarian foods, are like unhygienically prepared, not fully cooked, given stale foods. Even sometimes you can see that even in other countries that maggots and all the poor hygiene is done, which I think is wrong. You should not waste your food, but also we should be really mindful. Now, Telugu CM told that don't eat chicken, and also in Pune for 5 days, the mutton chicken shops, that is the meat shops, the fish shops were banned, were closed, and it is spreading rapidly in Pune. In Kolhapur also, it is spread. 10-11 cases were reported, which I think is like we should be really aware. Please be aware, because this is fatal, and till now there is no solid cure. How you can prevent? You should consume cooked food. Now, if you're consuming raw food, wash it thoroughly, but particularly when you're eating outside, as much as possible, avoid it. Avoid non-vegetarian foods also. And if you can't, then eat in a relatively hygienic hotel. Preferably, I will say eat in a reputed or in a comparatively old hotel because of the hygiene. And also, treatment of respiratory and gastrointestinal infections. Even if you find a minor sign, do it. Check the infections, and when you get cough and cold, as much as possible, immediately or within 1 to 2 days, try to solve that problem. And symptom monitoring, you should monitor, be really careful. This is the life and death issue. Also, limit and avoid smoking, drinking, etc. Stay indoors, and also be really, really careful. Avoid polluted areas as much as possible. Boil the water, and also wash your clothes frequently. Keep yourselves clean and your surroundings clean. This way, you can reduce the GBS outbreak. Now, we cannot prevent it completely, but at least we can overcome it. So, thank you guys for listening to this episode. Do share your thoughts on this GBS and all the recent issues. I think that India should have better hygiene and disciplinary standards like China and America. And also, for the ones who are suffering with this outbreak, I pray for you. Get well soon. Bye.